Hello, and welcome back to Pentiment. This is, it's been a couple days since my first recording session. All of the other episodes up until now I recorded in one day, although not necessarily continuously that day. So we'll see what we can remember. I mean, I feel like I remember the gist of it. You know, we were playing as Andreas here, and we, finished our first day. Lord Rothvogel put us in a bit of an awkward position at dinner at the Abbey, but at the end of the day, I think the Father Gurneau is the one who was overreacting and all that fun stuff. And now we're going back to Abbey for the Abbey for day 2 here in the storm. And it looks like this is Lord Roth, or no, this is Miklas, his squire slash assistant, whatever he is. Also, I'm playing on controller. All the other episodes up until now, I've been playing on mouse and keyboard. My arm is a little sore because since I missed several days of recording both this and Victoria 3 and Saturnalia, I went really hard the last 2 days, recorded probably double-digit episodes of Victoria 3 and 6 episodes of this, I think. So I'm going to play with the controller at least for today, and I'll see if I like it more. I feel like the more I think about it, even though I haven't actually played it yet, the more I think this game is probably better with the controller, even though all you're doing is walking around and interacting with people. But it's also more convenient for me because of my mic placement. I don't have a mic arm, so my microphone is sitting at the front of my desk, which means it's in front of my keyboard. A, that way it's closer to my mouth to pick up audio better, and B, that way if it was behind my keyboard, you would hear me typing much louder. But you might still be able to hear me doing keyboard and mouse stuff in other episodes, so playing with the controller is advantageous for audio reasons as well. So why don't we see what Miklas has to say? God be with you, Andreas. Is God with us? Look at this rain. Or are you still preparing to leave even with this weather? So I haven't really decided how I think Andreas feels about religion. I think he's certainly not a militant atheist, probably not an atheist, period. It's 1518. You know, whether or not you, like, truly are truly devout or whatever, just like being in this area in this time period, religion is such a huge part of the culture that you can't escape it. So, and he's working in an abbey on presumably mostly religious texts. It's ingrained in the fiber of everyone. But he's obviously also not like a super duper Catholic guy, because I've said that I'm open to Martin Luther's ideas. I talked at dinner, even though I knew I wasn't supposed to. I've talked back to both Father Gurneau and Prior Ferenc, or whatever his name is. And I chose not to have studied Catholicism or religion when I was choosing my backstory. So we're just kind of somewhere in the middle. Like, I'm gonna avoid, for the most part, just being an open jerk about religion. It's obviously very important to most of these people. So, are you still preparing to leave, even with this weather? The weather is unfortunate, but the Baron's wife, Lady Salomon, will be arriving today. My lord intends for departures as soon as, my lord intends to depart as soon as she arrives. How long have they been married? 7 years now. She's a fine woman. A true lady. I was hoping to bid farewell to the Baron before he leaves. I'm sure he would appreciate that. He spoke highly of you before he went to bed. He was glad you were willing to debate him at supper, even though he's sure the abbot will hold it against you. Well, Luther's work is worth debating, regardless of what the abbot thinks. The abbot is too conservative. I find it's best to ignore him. The Baron is a patron of the abbey. I didn't want to refuse him. I'm torn between 1 and 3. I think the academic aspect of Andreas that I built up in my mind would agree with this, but I also think just out of the sense of culture and duty, like the whole reason I ate dinner with him in the first place was because of his lordship. I already had dinner plans with someone else, but I'll go with the first one. My lord certainly agrees, but he hasn't found many people who share that opinion in Tyrol or Bavaria. I wonder... So with mouse, if you click, you can open the glossary on these underlined items. I know what Tyrol and Bavaria are. They're regions in southern Germany / Austria. Tyrol today is part of Austria. Bavaria today is part of Germany, but they border each other. And they're Tyrol's like basically in the Alps, in western Austria, and Bavaria is the southern part of Germany around Munich, and all that fun stuff. But I would just like to know for future reference if there's ever something I don't know what it is. I'm pushing every button. Oh, okay. Apparently it is the menu button, aka the back button, aka the select button. Yeah, Tyrol, a county of the Archduchy of Austria and the Holy Roman Empire. It sits south of Bavaria, east of the Swiss Confederacy, and north of the Republic of Venice. And Bavaria is a powerful duchy in the southeastern Holy Roman Empire. It is east of Swabia and north of Tyrol. Tassing and Kearsarge sit in the extreme south of the duchy, near the border with Tyrol. Would it be fair to say I found the Baron's favor? Okay, this is the first of these, like, persuasion meters, for lack of a better term, that we've actually succeeded. All the other, we've had like 3 or 4 of them so far, and we failed all of them. But we have earned Lorenz Rothvogel's favor. We did complain about being late to the Abbey, which upset him, but we expressed fascination at Luther's ideas, and addressed the Baron respectively, both of which he liked. We tried to turn down the Baron's supper invitation, which he didn't like, but he fucking loved that we engaged him in debate at dinner. So, beautiful. It would. My lord bade me give you a token of his friendship in his absence. He says it's a small thing compared to future commissions, but he hopes that you will wear it with pride. Alright, we got a nice little pendant. Or pin, I guess. Well, what an extraordinary pin! Please, thank the Baron for me. In fact, I'll wear it right now. Many thanks. As you wish, of course. Where is your master gone, then? He went for a walk early in the morning. He didn't say when he'd be back. I hope he returns soon. The rain is turning everything to mud. But that seems odd given the weather. Not odd for him. My lord enjoys hiking in all sorts of weather. A little rain never bothered him. He did mention on the walk up here several episodes ago that he enjoys solitary walks in the woods. So I guess that makes sense. I can sympathize. We Swabians enjoy a good walk through nature, which, even in such, Jesus. Through nature, even in such conditions. See, now I wish they would highlight Swabians. I know it's probably because it's an adjective rather than a noun. Swabia is another region in Germany, but I know less about Swabia and Tyrol, or Swabia, than I do about Bavaria and Tyrol. I could point out Bavaria and Tyrol on a map, even before I started playing this game. I could not point out Swabia on a map. Baron seems to be quite an unusual man in many ways. Well, I apologize for taking up so much of your time. Good luck, good speed, and I hope you can keep dry. It's no trouble, and many thanks. Until next time, Andreas. Oh, one thing before you go. Did you see a short, surly-looking young man in a hat on your way up this morning? Oh god, it's been a couple days. I don't remember what I saw. Oh, wasn't Martin running back the other way? Was that on the way up here just now? Yeah, he ran past me in the meadow as I was walking up the hill. He was in quite a hurry. Ah, that would explain my lord's missing rings. LOL. Round. I went to pack the Baron's things, and they were missing. The boy is a known thief. It wouldn't surprise me if he's responsible for the missing rings. Well, Martin has certainly made himself an enemy of me, so I'm not going to harbor him, especially when I'm 100% sure he did it, because I saw him scoping the joint yesterday. That would explain it then. Regrettably, he had ample opportunity for his theft. Yesterday I caught the boy with the hat, Martin, I suppose, peering through the windows. I could have admonished him at the time, but, well, he seemed harmless. That's a shame. I hope the Baron won't be too put out. My lord is a man of some means. He won't miss the gold, or the rings. I do think he will be upset about the book. He was quite excited for the abbot to see it. In any case, I must finish preparing the horses. It was good talking to you, Andreas. course. I hope this rain lets up for you soon. God willing. Until next time. Until then, a bientôt. I'm assuming there's nothing in here for us. Correct. And this is to the Abbott house, but it was locked. Yeah, so I guess that's where Father Gano sleeps. / lives. I think I mentioned this last time. I feel like every time time changes, I'm gonna want to go through each room or each area to see if things have changed. But I know that probably 90% of the things have not changed. But I do specifically want to do one thing over here, and that is look at this flower. Because last time we weren't able to, because a nun was standing in front of it, and I had yet to discover that I could click my mouse and spawn a pointer to click on whatever I want. Oh, the many-faced cinquefoil. Cinquefoil is French for 5, I guess. It grows so easily. Some consider it a weed. Still, I think it has a certain charm. Alright, that's... we've already pet Mousefanger, but why not do it again? We're still looking for one more animal to pet somewhere. There's an achievement for petting all 5 animals, quote-unquote, and we have pet 2 dogs and 2 cats so far. Alright, yeah, this all looks the same as before. I guess we could go this way. Oh wait, this is... I did the same thing last time. This is the same way. I feel always looks like we're gonna come through the other way. In case that guy is singing again, I want to go through this way. That was really beautiful to listen to last time. Nope. Let's check. That's not what I wanted. This. It's going to take me a while to figure out the controls for the controller, because I was doing everything on keyboard, obviously. Let's check the journal, just to see, like, should we be doing anything other than just going to work? The weather's awful, but I still have to get to the scriptorium. Hopefully tempers have calmed down since last night. This is just our personal history. This is the map. I really wish that I could just read through every single one of these, the people and the glossary, but I can't imagine that would be terribly interesting for 90% of you, so I'm going to spare you that. Okay, but here's Perkta. This is the pagan goddess we were talking about, I believe. Yeah, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Cool. So we want to get to... Well, hey, we found the secret door to the library down here in the crypt. But I don't think we can actually use it yet. Yeah, we'll just... Eventually, presumably, we will need to get into the library, and this will be a way to do so. I don't really know what we would need to get into the library for. I guess if we want a book that the Cecilia, or whatever her name is, won't give it to us. I don't think Cecilia's someone else. Oh, look, it's Little Bitch Boy. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked, and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbot had Otto replace the roof to the scriptorium and library last month. That is certainly nice. With the calefactory next door, we can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. So is that... What is that? Let's find out. A communal warming room in monasteries. Calefactories are usually attached to the cloister, but in Kearsarge it is part of the old abbey, and therefore connected to the old scriptorium. It keeps the monks warm and the library dry. I wonder if this abbey is based on a real abbey. It wouldn't surprise me if it is. So I learned in the intervening period between when I recorded the first few episodes and this, and now, a lot of this story is based on a book that I believe is from roughly this time period. I can't remember the name of it. But obviously it's like heavily based in history. So I assume that, you know, Kearsarge actually has an abbey and that Tassing is a real place and stuff. But it's also probably a very small village that, you know, unless you are in the area, you would have no reason to have ever heard of. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think upon your brothers and sisters and pray for their health and safety. The abbot's foresight saved a lot of our work and protected what's in the library. The town hasn't fared as well. I'm sure they'll be fine. Yeah, you would say that. More importantly, if they're not, I don't care. Wow! Could you be a little more on the nose, please? Brother Guy, your heart is harder than the stone of this floor. Huh. We have the grumpy old monk, but where's the nice one? Brother Piero? Haven't you seen him yet today? Oh, don't tell me he's the one that dies. I did, before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak to the abbot some time ago. What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be terce already. Terce is the monastic hour according to 9 a.m. One of the little hours of prayer, terce precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. I feel like it could be 9 a.m. Although I don't know what time people wake up. I guess like sunrise, but I don't know what time sunrise would be. It's early spring, like April, May, I believe they said. So, you know, this is further north than where I live. But where I live, in April, May, sunrise is pretty damn early. Like 6:30 in the morning at the latest. So it's further north. That would mean it would rise sooner, right? Because they get like more daylight in the summer and less daylight in the winter the further north or south you go from the equator. I know that when I visited the UK in the height of summer, it was daylight until like almost 11 p.m. It was miserable. This is obviously not nearly as far north as the UK, but it is further north than most of the United States. So, who knows? Sorry, I'm rambling. Excuse me, I pray it stops soon. Such a cacophony is an assault on my frail ears. It's not stopping. I suppose this means we're being summoned to the chapter house. God, give me the strength to endure the rain. Adolf is the old dude from Cornwall. 50 feet, old man. You'll live. Why are you such a motherfucker, you know? God, give me the strength to endure this, man. You said it. God, I hope we can, like, kill Guy. He's definitely my least favorite character, even more so than Martin. Martin's just a kid. I guess I don't have to go, because I'm not part of the, church. I'm just working here. It's still not stopping. What's going on? This can't all be because of the storm. I should see what's the matter. Yeah, I bet the Baron or Brother Piero is dead. I predicted the Baron a few episodes ago. And things have gone far too well with him. It has to be him, right? But Piero's missing. So I started the flood, a startling scream. That sounded like a scream coming from the cloister. Alright, to the cloister we go. I believe we can get there. Here, yeah. That's coming from just down the hall, maybe the chapter house. I think the screams are coming from the chapter house. I think something terrible has happened, Master Andreas. Yeah, I would agree with you, Sabat. Why don't you come in with me? Is that Piero, you pieces? That looks like Piero. No, Piero and Adolf are both there. Who is that? Is that Baron? I guess it is. He looks like he's wearing very nice clothes, and more specifically, very different clothes from everyone else. So I think that has to be him. But what is the white? Here, let me get my, See, the problem is I want my mouse, but I know if I click, it's gonna choose. I'm gonna choose what's happened. I think it's the Baron. He's been hurt. Okay, yeah. See, like, what is this? I guess it's just like a fur brim of whatever he's wearing. I knew it! I knew it! I'm so mad. Please, Father, where is Brother Florian? Have him come quickly. Be silent, brother. Bro, I will clock your ass right here, right now. Brother Florian, if you please. Yeah, we saw him in the infirmary several episodes ago, so I guess he's like the medic. There's a knife! I'm sorry, Father. There's nothing to be done. He's dead. Ah! Marguerite. Is she the blind one? Who... No, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would she be here? She's supposed to be, like, locked up. Wait, no. Sorry, I'm combining two different people. Yeah, Marguerite is the blind one. We met her in the garden. The one that's locked up, I don't remember her name, but she's in the church, so she's not even up here at the Abbey. And I don't remember her name. But she had a vision of death last night. Sister Margaret, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Marguerite. I don't know if I should be saying Margaret or Marguerite. Margarete. Back to the garden. Yes, Mother Cecilia. I never realized until just now how short Matthew is. God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Friesling. Yeah, well, I would say get fucked. You have certainly not been hospitable. I suspect it was probably one of you MFs who did this. The religious and secular ruler of the scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kearsarge Abbey. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? This abbey is odd in more than one way. Its existence offends some in the church. We are far enough from Rome and Mainz that everyone forgets about us, but this could bring unwanted attention. So is Mainz like a religion? I know what Mainz is. It's like a city and / area in the Holy Roman Empire in Germany today. But I guess it was a religious center back then. Located in the Rhine River, Mainz is the home of the Archbishop of Mainz, an elector of the Holy Roman Empire, and Primus Germaniae, the Pope's substitute north of the Alps. Okay, so it is like basically the center of the German Catholic world at this time, I suppose. And then obviously we know what Rome is. I'm not going to do you the disservice of reading that. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Father Abbot, what are you saying? Why are you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of the Prince Bishop march on our steps and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home?
Yes, please.
Silence! Quiet! I imagine him doing the Dumbledore, like, wand to your throat megaphone silence thing. Calm yourselves, all of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothvogel's manservant is already preparing to leave. The Baron's wife should be here in a matter of hours. This is not the time for rash decisions. Yes. Right, forgive me. Bitch, you did this. Don't act like you didn't. But then, what will we do? It's almost certainly not him, by the way. That would be way too obvious. But we can hope. We must send the Baron's man to the court of the Prince Bishop in Friesling at once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's archdeacon was in Innsbruck for the Imperial Diet. Even better, swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. When the Baron's stature, given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon will undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate with him fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Yes, good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Wheelslav, please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. Have you lost your mind? I guess, so maybe Piero's the one who found him, but I think it's more because the Baron fired Piero yesterday, so they think Piero did it. Even though I know... I feel like even if Gernot didn't do it, he was involved some way. He's trying to cover this up. What? Brother Piero? Why? That's absurd. I've had it with this MF. This will be remembered. Yeah, remember it, motherfucker. He was caught in flagrante delicto, covered in blood with a knife in his hands. You know, I suppose that means, like, in the scene of the crime. In blazing offense, indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Father, do you really believe that Brother Piero is capable of such a foul deed? Yes! Capable enough when motivated by anger. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. This is also true. Piero yesterday was saying all day, don't worry about it, it's fine. That's just life. I'm old enough. I've lived through worse than this. Don't feel bad for me. No anger? Not even for insulting your work and forcing us to give it to Andreas? You were the one that was up, or Ferenc was actually the one that was upset. Ferenc, was this you piece? This is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's man arrives, we would not be empty-handed, or we must not be. Even if Piero wanted to kill the Baron, he's not physically capable of the act. He wasn't angry. Anyone who was in the scriptorium knows that. Even dumbass Guy knows that. Be quiet. This is not your affair. I will shut your bitch ass up. It is my affair if you're going to make me part of Brother Piero's supposed motive. I am through debating this with you. Well, I'm not through debating this with you, motherfucker. My decision stands. Brother Wilslav, detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. Brother Florian, please escort Andreas out of the abbey. See you in hell, bitch. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? No, I do not. Sprechen Sie dick, motherfucker? Say nothing. If it had just been this is ridiculous, I would have said it, but I'm not going to give him the dignity of saying yes. He does not command me. Andreas, listen to me. I sympathize with you. I don't think Piero did this either, but this isn't the time to push the abbot. No, we're starting a proletariat uprising. Arise, ye comrades. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero is innocent as well, but the abbot is worried about the Prince Bishop's attention. Yeah, because he needs a fucking scapegoat. Because he and Guy and Ferenc did it! If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. I have to do something. I can't let Piero die for something he didn't do. I appreciate your passion, but if you pursue this indelicately, you could make matters worse. Delicacy is for the weak. Take a few hours to calm your nerves and your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to the Druckers, eat a good meal, and come back at Nonis. Monastic hour corresponding to 3 p.m. Well, didn't he just tell me not to come back until tomorrow? Now you're telling me to listen to it, but also to come back later today? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm heated. We won't have much time, but tap on my window with a small stone, and I'll let you in. Let me in for what? I love this guy's design, by the way. Like, his arms are so small. Yeah, his elbow is enormous, specifically his left elbow. And then the eye patch and the hair, and he's my favorite design, I think, for any of the characters so far. To examine the body. Dun dun dun! There has been a murder! It's time to sext. I should follow Florian's advice and go to the Druckers. Yeah, I would like to apologize for missing dinner yesterday anyway. Hopefully it will clear my head. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I want to see if anyone's out and about. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, shouldn't you be, like, mad at me for being here? Oh wait, maybe you must have Oh wait, no, this is what we talked about this before. This is kind of... This might be my first complaint, is that the dialogue is the same as it was yesterday with her. Even though a man has just been murdered, and I was just told to leave the premises, and I'm still here, and she doesn't have anything to say about that. That's kind of lame. Are the other sisters in the garden, even though it's raining? No. I'm sure I'm not allowed through here, right? Because the door is locked because it's for women and all that. Yeah. And what is this over here? Oh yeah, it's just a door that I cannot use. Alright, away we go. Where's Nicholas? Are you in here? We must talk. You must contact me! What is this? A letter from the Baron, or a letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc? Baron Rothvogel. Trotz Jorer, Hederdoten... Okay. Are you for real right now? It's in German? My god! Lorenz was blackmailing Ferenc to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. So maybe if I had told... Maybe if I'd studied the occult, the Baron would have been even more... fond of me. No wonder Ferenc was so unsettled when Lorenz arrived. The Baron could have gotten him executed for witchcraft. I wish I could know what the thing said. It's not like Andreas' native language is in German. None of the other stuff so far has been in German. Hey, are you up here, you mother... I got a bone to pick. Bitch, where are you when I was walking? The figures in this shrine to St. Christopher are quite nice. Hold on. Who's St. Christopher? I don't actually know. Are you dead ass? Do you have to wait till they underline it? Wow, that's lame. But also, like, it's neat that it's, like, programmed that intricately. You would think as soon as the text box appears, the program's done. But it's like it's responding to what's actually on the screen, rather than what the script says is happening. St. Christopher, one of the 14 holy helpers, St. Christopher is invoked as protection against the plague and to safeguard travelers. He's often pictured as a large man with a staff, carrying the child Jesus on his back across a swollen river. The more you know. This may not, this may shock you. I am not Catholic. I know nothing about Catholicism other than, you know, the things I've picked up just by interacting with the world over the course of my quarter century on this earth. I'll talk to Till. Hello, Master Mahler. Alright, apparently I won't talk to Till. I want to go back through the woods. I just want to check. I keep bringing this up. I apologize. I just don't know what to do. Like, do I just assume everything is the same and potentially miss out on a bunch of stuff? Or do I potentially waste a lot of your time by wandering around looking at the same 20 things over and over and over again when there's no difference? So we talked to these guys on the way up here this morning. They probably don't really have anything else to say. Hey, Master Mahler. Did you need something, Master Mahler? No, but thank you. This is the church, but this is also where the Druckers are, right? They're like right here? Yeah. You got a printer? German, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Thank you. Good day, Andreas. Back from the Abbey already? It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No. Something terrible has happened. I'm not sure. I'm fine, don't worry about it. I'm gonna say I'm not sure. I don't know how much I want to go into this yet. Well, why don't you come inside and sit down for a minute? If it's not an imposition, I'd appreciate a moment to rest. Not an imposition at all. My friends are always welcome in my home. Besides, I could use your opinion on something. Not even a mention of me missing dinner last night? You're far too kind, sir. You're not a printer. Why are you talking like that? Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? If it's not too much trouble, I'd appreciate it. It would be my pleasure. This rain has gotten everyone's spirits down. Hopefully a good meal can cheer you up. Bertolt. Bertolt? Hello. Hello, Bertolt. How are you? Sleepy. I can go get some sleep. Come back to my workshop. Yeah, you mean 4 steps behind us? I'm going to do a new run of Till Eulenspiegel. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful, almost bereft of illustrations. So that must be a book of some sort. Till Eulenspiegel, the titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster, continually exposing devices and hypocrisy of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. How lovely. What do you think of these new ones? Well, I think these are great, honestly. I mean, I'm not an artist in real life, so I can't really comment. But, I mean, if someone came up to me and was like, hey, I made this, do you think this looks good? I would be like, certainly. I mean, I don't know what I would quibble with. So I'm going to say this is wonderful. Excellent work. Thank you. I'll be sure to let Marie know. Are those her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Okay, maybe she is a printer? Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. I'm hungry. Hehe. Like, so eating appears to be like a core mechanic of this game. Or, I mean, not a core mechanic, but like, several times we're going to be eating and like choosing what to eat, I guess. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. Well, I certainly don't want to talk about this with a child present. Well. Okay, never mind. Didn't get a choice. The visiting nobleman, Lorenz Rothvogel, was found murdered in the chapter house. God in heaven! He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful. A murder in Kearsarge? How could a monk do such a thing? I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. Or maybe we're not picking what we're eating? It seemed like Lawrence had been stabbed, but I didn't know, or I don't know. There's a lot of blood around him. There was a lot of blood, but I'd rather not speculate about what happened. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. I would love to call him Lawrence in front of them, just to kind of name drop, hey, we were kind of BFFs, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Stabbed? It's hard for me to imagine a monk doing that as well. But who knows? Oh, but it could have been one of the sisters. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think it could have been? I did see Lucky Steinard get into a shouting argument with Lawrence yesterday, just before he walked into before I walked by your place. Lucky? Why would he have caused a shout at a nobleman? Alright, finally we're getting to eat. So we can choose from sausage, bread, and egg pasta. God damn, that sounds delicious. German food is so good, man. I will start with the bread. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about here. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk of some of the other women in town. Or talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Mother Cecilia? I didn't realize she saw much of Tassie. Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. That's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lawrence and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kimpiran came out of the woods, and... Oh, I forgot about this. Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Otilla's late husband, Rannig, ran afoul of Lawrence on his last visit to Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Rannig died just last year, and Otilla hasn't been the same since. She was always an old bitch, even before she was old. Damn, that's brutal. Close, that's enough. She's had to deal with the Job's lot in her life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's going to lose her property soon. I do pity her, even if she is a bitch. A bitter woman. There should be there should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. Wait, I'm confused. What are we, We're saying she should have been able to inherit something that she legally wasn't able to? Whatever, sure. It wasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited land this way back when. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right, as always, my dear. Enough about Otilla. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Ferric has been acting strangely since the day Lawrence arrived. You mean yesterday? Perhaps an academic disagreement. I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron brought a book on astronomy from me. Oh, sorry. The Baron bought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior had some similar interests. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It is not as strange as you might think. Within the world of astronomy, some have opinions they would kill for. It's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. Well, you gotta go for the special dialogue when it presents itself most of the time. What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for others, and worth killing for. That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Ferric, even when Grenot was made of Abbot instead of him. Afterward, he just seemed bitter, but never violent. That just doesn't seem to be part of his character. So, Lucky, the Widow, and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. It sounds like they have a history, at least. Maybe we should have asked her about it, but I'm 90% sure we asked her about it yesterday, and she was like, it's just not appropriate for the girls to be around men. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I've never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she had cause to dislike the Baron, I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. You are always welcome here, Andreas. Anytime. Yeah! You are especially welcome with this one. Bye-bye. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. Be good until I come back, Brentholtz. I'll try. Alright, so now I'm supposed to... 2 days remain! Oh, God. This game is very short. I have several leads to follow, but where should I start? I could talk to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably working in front of his house. The widow Kimpiran lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Prior Ferric is usually in the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. But if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body in the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. The 4 suspects. Well, this is quite the development. Oh my god, we're at 45 minutes. I was worried we hadn't hit 30 minutes yet. That's crazy. But all we did was, like, we walked to the scriptorium, probably took us like 5 or 6 minutes. Then we just did all that. Did that really take 40 minutes? I'm stunned. I frankly would have bet thousands of dollars that we were for sure like under 35 minutes. Like probably right around 30 would have been my guess. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna end things here. This was the great leap forward that we had been waiting on. You know, we had our first introductory day, learned a lot of people's ins and outs, our way around town, all of that fun stuff, and now shit has truly hit the fan. Who do you think did it? Obviously, no spoilers, but you know, let your theories fly in the comments. And if you're enjoying the series, as always, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out a great deal, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye bye.